Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. Sometimes, in the aftermath of a significant event, we find a time where we struggle the most and, in fact, learn the most about ourselves. Peter, James, and John had just experienced a life-changing, if not life-defining event. They went up on the mountaintop with Jesus, observed the transfiguration, and witnessed the appearance and recognition of both Moses and Elijah. Now, normally after that kind of event, you need time to process the event, to understand its significance, to put together in your own mind what happened. And one of the ways we do that is to talk to each other and formulate our thoughts in that interaction with others. But then Jesus told them to keep it to themselves. In Mark chapter 9, verses 8 to 13, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, it said, "Suddenly they looked around. Moses and Elijah were gone, and they saw only Jesus with them. As they went back down the mountain, he told them not to tell anyone what they had seen until the Son of Man had risen from the dead. So they kept it to themselves, but they often asked each other what he meant by rising from the dead. Then they asked him, 'Why do the teachers of religious law insist that Elijah must return before the Messiah comes?' Jesus responded, 'Elijah is indeed coming first to get everything ready. Yet why do the scriptures say the Son of Man must suffer greatly and be treated with utter contempt? I tell you, Elijah has already come, and they chose to abuse him, just as the scriptures predicted.'" The event's over. Go on back downhill. And Jesus said, "Y'all hush up about this till after I rise from the dead." And the three of them looked at each other and went, "Huh? What does he mean, rise from the dead?" You know, we're looking back on it after a significant series of Easter events, and we recognize that he did die, was buried, and rose again. But they had not experienced it yet. They were looking toward the future. They were previewing what was going to happen. We don't know the future. And even with the things we do know about the future, we're not always certain how they will unfold. They asked him about Elijah and the current teaching of the religious leaders. The leaders keep telling us Elijah's got to come again. Well, what does that all mean? And he says, Elijah's indeed coming first to get everything ready. But then he asked them, why do the scriptures say the Son of Man must suffer greatly and be treated with utter contempt? I tell you, Elijah's already came, and they chose to abuse him just as the scriptures predicted. Elijah's already come, and those religious leaders missed it. And instead of venerating him like they'd like you to believe, they abused him. Now, I think he was speaking about John the Baptist, but other commentators may think different things. But Jesus said, this is just as the scripture said. They're trying to process this miraculous event. They're asking about Elijah, and he takes it and turns it on their heads. He says, we know what the scriptures say. What do you mean we missed it? And what do you mean he was abused instead of venerated like we expected? You see, when we're previewing the future, we don't always understand how things are going to unfold. We may understand certain things need to happen, but they may surprise us pretty well. Here he's trying to tell them and prepare them for the future and reminding them that they missed the whole point about Elijah. If they're not careful, they're going to miss some other important things too. How important it is to trust God for the future and let the future unfold in the way God intends and quit trying to tell God how the future's supposed to be. It's so much more important that we trust God to hold us in the future instead of trying to make God hold the future for us. We need to recognize that we can trust God, that He will bring about the future He wants in the ways that He wants, and we can trust Him. The future will be wonderful, and it will be good to watch it unfold with faith and anticipation. God bless you.